Welcome back to Bruins Game Reactions. Boston Bruins lose 3-1 in regulation at the hands of the San Jose Sharks. It was 2-1 with the empty netter, unfortunately. Just couldn't quite get this one going. You outplayed them throughout most of the game, and you lost, unfortunately. I mean, it happens. It just also happens that happens to benefit the team, and the word happens means absolutely nothing to me now. First period was very quiet. I think there were 12 shots total. If there were more than that, it was not by much. It was a very low event period. Jakub Lauko and Barclay Goodrow both got 5-minute majors for fighting. Fight's a strong word. I mean, it really is. There were maybe 6-7 punches thrown total. Lauko's helmet got knocked off, and then he got jerseyed, and that was the end of the fight. Bit of a disappointing fight, all things considered, considering the one we saw earlier with Arber Xhekaj and I want to say Jake Middleton on the Avs. It was just, I don't know, it wasn't a great fight. Hockey and fighting go hand in hand. Wasn't a great representation of it. Moving on, though, at the end of the first, Boston did outshoot San Jose. San Jose had the better chances, though. And I think that's what's going to happen when you're facing a team that is younger, faster, and, quite frankly, has a better future than you do at this point. Starting off the second period, though, just over 3 minutes in, William Eklund gets San Jose up on the board with a beautiful five-hole tuck on Joonas Korpisalo. Got to give credit to the assist, though, from Cel3br1ni. Comes in 2-on-1 with William Eklund. Gets it through the Bruins defender over to Eklund. Korpisalo gets over to him. Leaves the 5-hole open just enough. Eklund taps it home. Puts San Jose up 1-0. Man, I mean, that one sucks. That one really sucks. At the same time, though, I mean, I've said this with Swayman. Korpisalo probably should have had that one. And if he has that one, you never know what's going to happen. You're playing with 6 ounces of vulcanized rubber while trying to beat said piece of vulcanized rubber into a net with pieces of wood on ice. Anything can happen. It just unfortunate the way it bounces sometimes. And that's exactly how Boston scores to get started. Casey Mittelstadt picks up, I believe, his second goal as a Boston Bruin. Off of a very poorly misplayed puck by Alexander Georgiev. I am incredibly tired. Wow. Puck ends up coming to a rest behind the net. Georgiev stops it, tries to send it out in front, and gets tipped by a couple guys. I believe Cole Koepke was there, who actually, I believe, got the registered assist on this. Tips it out in front to Casey Mittelstadt, and by this time, Georgiev has maybe a third, if actually probably less, close to a quarter of the net covered with his body, and Mittelstadt's not missing. Not from right outside the blue paint, and that ties it. And it was at that point where you thought just maybe this team's starting to sneak into this game. They might have a chance to win. Man, I mean, the third period, they looked flat. They did, honestly. I mean, it sucks. Because it doesn't look like this team's trying anymore. I don't know. I mean, you still got fans. You still got Bruins fans paying to come see you play. At the very least, try to put on a show for them. Now, a bit of a controversial goal is the second one. Was the puck offside? I would say yes. I would believe, after watching that, I've only seen the replays on the TV. I haven't been able to find a different angle. I believe that puck was offside. Did the Bruins video review room believe that puck was offside? I think they might have. Could Joe Sacco have challenged that after the calling of timeout? No. Unfortunately, that's the issue. You are not able to challenge a play that happened previously if you are to call a timeout. Does that rule make sense? Yes, it does. Should it be a rule? No, not really. If you want to get the call right, it really shouldn't be. Yeah, man. I mean, again, the kids just go to work on that one. Macklin Cel3br1ni has the puck down at the left dot, sends it up to Will Smith at the point, puts it on, kind of bounces off Mason Lohrei out in front, and the puck just kind of dies. But it doesn't die on the spot. It bounces off to his right, and then it dies, unfortunately. And it just so happens that Leo Carlsson is right there, and he buries it. His first goal of the season. Another great young guy. Obviously, the two superstars. I'm going to call them superstars. The two stars of the future in San Jose, at least, get points on this one. I mean, this was a game of bounces. Whether it was offside or not, it's one of those that wasn't offside quick enough to make a difference. Obviously, if it is offside, you get the call right. It's a huge difference, because then odds are you don't even get that chance. You still might, though, if you're San Jose. Yeah, Barclay Goodrow buries the empty netter, makes it 3-1, and that is game. I want to talk about that review for a couple more minutes here. Would it have been smart to challenge that goal on the second goal? I would say it would have. I also think this team is committing to the tank, and obviously that is illegal in the NHL. You are not allowed to deliberately lose games. Do I believe Boston would have lost this game regardless? Yes. Based off the way they played in the third period, they did not play well enough to win this game. Quite frankly, they didn't play well enough throughout the entire game to get 2 points out of this one. They maybe deserved one, and that's a stretch. I believe this team is wanting to win games, while if they lose, you're not going to hear complaints. A big talking point heading into this one, Fabian Lysell makes his second career NHL start. Mark Kaslick has gone on a plane back to Boston. Sounds like it's an upper body injury. You hope he's okay. Obviously, I mean, if it's this late in the season, shut him down. Gives another opportunity for the kids to play, and gives them a chance to succeed. With Fabian Lysell in the lineup, the lines now looked like Morgan Geekie, well, the top six at least, Morgan Geekie, David Pastrnak, Pavel Zacha. That's obviously your top line. That's been your top line for the majority of the season. Murat, Husnudinov, Elias Lindholm. I think Middlestat got up there once or twice in this game, but it was primarily Elias Lindholm and Fabian Lysell. That is your top six. It's different. No. No. Wait, what that... Sorry. Oh boy, I am severely tired. Please forgive me. Those being two of your lines, those aren't horrible lines. Obviously, you would like to maybe see Fabian Lysell play with some different guys. I've said this before. I want to see him. I want to see a line of Lysell, Patra. Shoot, and then I'm blanking on the third guy. I want to see the kids play here though. Honestly, I wouldn't hate to see Husendinov, Patra, and Lysell. That's a solid three guys. You hope. Obviously, you're looking for an offensive impact from Fabian Lysell. I do not believe it's there right now, unfortunately for him. It could be coming. Unfortunately, I don't want to say it, the clock's ticking. You were drafted in 2021. I understand 2020 threw off your whole development. We'll probably be talking about that 2032. Because by then... So what? So 13 would have been... Yeah. Yeah, so last year was 05, 06. So you're probably looking at about 2028, where now you don't have the COVID messed up development excuse. Obviously, there's going to be a decently big valley in development until then. But I think that's going to be the point. 2027, 2028, that's going to be where no more excuses. You are what you are. You don't get to use COVID anymore. Anyways, moving on. That top line, Pasternak, Zacha, Geeky, it was good. It was just very quiet, though, in my opinion. Had their chances, just couldn't quite bury on them. Pasta had a few chances, had a few very good chances in this one. Sometimes the puck doesn't bounce your way. Yeah. It's a quick flight tonight at least. Second half of back-to-back tomorrow. You face the LA Kings, and then you get the Ducks on Tuesday. That's going to do it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. Click like if you liked. Click subscribe if you enjoyed. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow for the same thing.